You guys got to turn on the stream. This is the sickest intro song I've ever heard.
Okay, this is good stuff.
It's good, man. This is in Stream Beats, their hi-fi category. Normally they do lo-fi. Like, I'm gonna be playing this shit in my car.
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
I don't know why I can't hear it.
Turn up your volume.
That's what I've been doing. It's not working. I can't hear anything.
That's too bad.
It's so weird. So weird.
You're missing out, Nicole. I'll be honest. Yeah, let's see if I can share this one. Can you hear that, Nicole? Ed, can you hear it?
I actually just turned the stream off on the browser just to see if I could hear it in here, and I can't. Oh man, Joey Chestnut won Nathan's hot dog.
I know we were going to talk about it.
Oh, yes.
Dude, I'm going to use this in TikTok videos.
This is good stuff.
This is fucking baller.
I'm really upset that I can't hear it.
You should be.
I should be. Hang on. I wonder if I can get. I wonder if I can get it on my phone.
You
Max
should
up.
be too.
great music.
I know.
Isn't that good?
Oh, I do like this.
Oh, now you got it.
I got it on my phone.
You're
This
in,
is awesome.
and you're right at the end too. It's unfortunate. All right. Let me full screen that. Okay. I think we're about good to go. Hi. How are you guys?
Awesome.
Feels good to be back.
Oh, good lord, he does it ever.
Nicole, you're frozen. Oh, there you are. Okay. You scared me. You're just looking down, and I'm like, what are you doing? You're just on your phone, chillaxing. So,
Taking around.
all right. Well, let's get rocking and rolling. I wish I could say that this stream was brought to you by Stream Beats, but no, I just use it for free. And it's the best music I've ever seen and heard. I love it. What's up, everybody? I am Shane Murphy. This is the Mancave Broadcast, coming to you once again with my man Ed Elkins. Ed, how you doing, buddy?
Doing well about yourself, Shane.
Just living the dream, as per usual. It's the 4th of July, my friend. Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day. I've been independent this whole time, but that's great.
There you go. Registered, living free. I get it. And back again. It's been a little bit since we've seen her, but we've got Nicole here. Nicole, what's up?
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
It is good. It is good.
I'm excited.
I'm still trying to understand though. You've got a Diamondbacks hat on when they're like the worst team of all time right now, coming from a lifelong Diamondbacks fan. And here we are in Phoenix, and we have the Suns, who have just won the Western Conference Finals and are going to the championship, and you chose, of all hats, Diamondbacks.
I know. I thought it was funny, too. I went to the game last night, the Diamondbacks game last night, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to wear my new hat. And then I thought about it on my way over here, thinking,
Oh, no,
love
you've
the
got
Suns.
frozen in the weirdest.
So, was it awesome?
Yeah,
Was it a good one?
this-
I wanted
That
to
was
see it.
awesome.
Let me give you an impression of what your face looked like while you were frozen right there. It was this. For some reason, it gave me like a Tim Allen vibe, like that. You know. So,
Oh man. All right. Well, hopefully I don't freeze anymore. I'm just gonna leave my head right here.
There you go. So, anyways, you were saying you chose Diamondbacks. Why?
Because I got a new hat, and I thought I
Mm.
wanted to be spiffy and wear my new hat.
Okay. All
Because
right.
it's pink and it's got flowers on it, and I felt spiffy, and that was a bad choice. That's okay.
Okay. That's all right.
You know.
Yeah, maybe in 28 years the Diamondbacks will also be good like the Suns and go to the finals.
Yeah, we got a long way to go.
So if we're going off of that math, right? 28 years, they won in 2001. So 2029, the Diamondbacks should be going back to the World Series. So you heard it here first, chat. 2029, Diamondbacks are going to the World Series.
Put a
I'm gonna
bet
be
on
so
it.
old then. Oh my gosh.
Gotta think, what'll I be then? It's 2021. 8 years from now, I'll be 39. No, I'll be 42. I can't do
I
math.
was gonna say, wait, no, 42.
Yeah. I have a problem of like both thinking I'm older and younger than I am. I ran into that problem again this year where I thought I was 34 and I was going to turn 35, and Justin's like, no, 33, going to be 34. Like I did it last year too.
I wonder if it's just because obviously with COVID, like, I feel like I'm the same, but then other people tell me, no, it's because you don't give a fuck anymore.
That's probably true.
So,
We're all just getting old.
if I don't care how old I am, well, I mean, I don't know how my esthetician's gonna make any money or do any Botox on me. So, I mean, if I just give up the fact that I say, hey, I'm all right with getting old, then she's losing a lot of money.
All right. That's fair.
Anyway.
I don't need it with this baby face. I perpetually
Yeah,
look like
you're
I'm
right.
25, I guess.
Yeah, I think you've always been that way.
It has been. It has been. Ed, I think you're the oldest one out of all of us. What are you now? 37?
36.
Oh, okay. So not by much.
90. 90.
90 years old.
In the 30-year-old terms, he's 90.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
So Nicole, you
I'm
got
kidding,
to
Tony. I'm sorry.
you got to enjoy firsthand some of the Suns games in person. Tell us how that was.
I did. It was, there were a lot of times where it was really heated. It was really heated, but it was a lot of fun. We've been very fortunate to be able to go to pretty much all the Suns games, before playoffs, and it was, yeah. I mean, we had a really aggressive team this year. We were really devoted. I think having Chris Paul was definitely a blessing, but I think that we had a pretty strong team coming into this before having him. But I think it's taken obviously the years building up and the lots of coaching and lots of conditioning, and we did fantastic. We did fantastic. But at the same time, I don't think I ever had a doubt, because I feel like somebody's looming over my shoulder going, bullshit. I was definitely worried. I had my moments. I was definitely worried. And there was, I don't remember what game it was, the last one that we were at for playoffs, and I had an empty water bottle in my hand, and I got mad.
Oh no.
I got mad at the ref, and I almost threw the empty water bottle. And then I remembered where I was.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. Otherwise you end up on
ESPN. Yeah. Well, and plus you were chilling in your suite, so honestly I'm going to be, I'm just going to come out and say it. I don't think you have the arm to make it to the court.
No, but I mean, I'm loud. I am, however, loud. But I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, dude, this girl, she's a little much. She's a little much." But no, there was that one game that I wound up on television.
Yep.
And do you remember I was slamming a beer? I was slamming an Ultra. And I sent the picture, the screenshot to my whole family, and I was like, I am so sorry.
How do you keep freezing in that position?
And my mom, well, for my dad, I don't know. I think it's meant to be. All right. But yes, I wound up on television.
Very nice.
That's awesome.
Hey, did you see Dr. Disrespect when you were at that game with him?
No.
Yeah. He was down there.
No.
He was down there sitting behind what, Lil Wayne or Wiz Khalifa? I think it was Lil Wayne. But he was like right down there. There's a photo of him.
No.
Yeah, a photo of him on the sidelines looking at like Devin Booker.
Do you know what game this was?
It would have been game 5, I think.
See, that's really crazy. There's so many people coming out of the woodworks to these games right now. It's insane. It's crazy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, and what's her name? What's her name is dating Booker. What the hell is her name?
What, the
Must
Kardashian?
not be that important. Kendall. Yeah, Kendall Jenner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we saw Kourtney Kardashian at one of the games,
Oh wow.
and she was down in I think she was down in the Ultra Suite, and she was there with her oldest kid. I don't remember his name, the boy. And she was there with him. Um, I was hoping we were going to see her boyfriend, but he wasn't there. That's right. Um, and then we saw, we saw Kendall, and I know Kylie Jenner's, I don't even know what he is anymore, boyfriend, whatever, baby daddy. He came out with cacti. We were going to talk about that at one point, the upcoming alcohols. That was like way back in January.
Mm-hmm.
But he came out with cacti, which essentially is uh, it's a seltzer, but it's made of tequila.
Hmm.
It's made of agave.
I'm in. Let's go.
Really?
It's
Yeah,
pre-
I'm down.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome, and it's everywhere. It's all over the place. So
I haven't heard of it,
anyway,
honestly. Like
that's my spiel.
now I want to try it. Very cool.
Look at topics. I have it. I have it on topics.
Don't
Look
yell
it
at
up.
me.
It's amazing. Yeah, well, listen. You should listen more.
I do listen. You're mean.
Mhm.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you had some fun. The Milwaukee Bucks are going to be going against the Suns. So what are the what's the predictions for this?
I mean, do you want my opinion or do you want what I'm hearing from everybody else?
Yes.
Both. Okay, I
Mhm.
got it. So I think it's all the same. I think everybody agrees that the Suns are going to take it. However, if they have their best player coming on, I mean, obviously it's going to be difficult. Without a doubt, it's going to be difficult. I don't even know if he's technically even allowed to play yet, or if he's released to play.
Who, Giannis?
Yeah. I don't know. I
You
gotta
saw
look it up.
you saw the hyperextension of that knee, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What?
What did you just put out there?
Oh, that's the picture of Dr.
Oh,
Disrespect.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
So,
So
was it ESPN or Sports Center? I think that they found a tweet. I'm trying to see if I can find it because I know I took a picture of it. Yeah, a guy tweeted out November 3rd, 2016. Sent out a tweet. 2021 NBA Finals, Bucks versus the Suns. Game 7, Bucks win 123-115.
What?
So
This is like Back to the Future
I was gonna
stuff
say
with the
I don't know if this guy's
greatest
time
sports
traveling,
almanac?
but
did you? Wow. Wow. That's so creepy. I just got goosebumps.
so
That's insane.
I'd be interested in seeing
I
if
just
that
got
pans out.
goosebumps.
Yeah, I threw it up in there for you.
So I'm trying to read up on. Yeah. So Tuesday, they are coming to Phoenix. Which is nice. It's gonna be a good rest for us because we need it.
You're right.
Um,
So I was kind of hoping their series would go to Game 7.
and then July 22nd would be Game 7. I don't know. I think we're gonna take it away by Game 4. I don't think we're gonna go that far.
Nice.
Well, maybe
You think
maybe
we'll
Game 5.
sweep it?
Maybe Game 5.
You
I
think
think Hmm. I think so. But this is coming from a fan who's really hoping for the best.
Yeah. I don't feel a sweep.
Reality will probably end up, yeah, reality will probably end up getting into game 6 and 7.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
I
game
don't know that we'll
6.
go as far as 7. Yeah, I think game 6 as well. Um, but that would imply that Chris Paul stays healthy and off a COVID list. I don't want to do that again.
Right.
Um, Something happened with the last game when he got pushed by Beverly.
When you got what?
I don't think it was because when he got pushed by Beverly.
Oh,
I don't think it was
pushed.
because he got pushed by Beverly, but something happened. Yeah, something happened where he had to go in for like a scan of some sort, and now there's conversation and ifs that he may potentially be injured. Now, does that mean that he's not going to play? No. I mean, the man's been waiting his entire career to get to this point, so inject him with whatever the hell you got to inject him with, and it's going to work out. But I think I think there's gonna be some issues. Yes. Husband said MRI on his wrist from game 5 when he dropped back and he fell back. That's right. I do remember that.
Oh, okay. That's different.
And
I
that
thought
was
you were
shady.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about when Beverly pushed him in the back at the end of game 6.
No, no. I thought I remember didn't we read something somewhere? I feel like it was on Twitter saying something about how something happened with his back or his neck because Beverly pushed him. I think people were just trying to create drama.
Yeah.
And then he comes out. Did you hear that Beverly comes out and he's just like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry," because I guess apparently he wouldn't take his call. Why would anybody take your call after
Why
you
would
push
anyone
them
do
in the
that? Yeah.
back?
It's okay. The NBA doesn't care. They
Like a
only gave him a
sissy.
1-game suspension for it to be imposed.
One game
next
suspension. That's
one
all he
game.
got.
Yeah, the start of next year. If you look in the topics channel again, I put my favorite picture of Beverly, also known as Sanka or Dougie Doug from Cool Runnings.
Okay, that's who he was. I knew it was like I recognize this person.
I every time I saw him, that's all I could think of was Dougie Doug. I'm like, why is he running around the court? He's got to be old by now.
Man, that hair was driving me nuts. That hair was driving me nuts.
It's everywhere.
But can I just say, I hope for one thing. I hope for one thing, and that's Johnson from the Suns actually gets an opportunity to play during this time because I have been saying since day one that he is absolutely capable. He's amazing. He's a great player, and over the last I don't even know. It was like towards the tail end of playoffs, they really started giving him a chance, and he's done incredibly well, impressively well. So I'm really really hoping that he comes up this time, and we actually get an opportunity to see him play more because he's great.
Nice. Ed, were you watching any of the games? Have you watched any of the?
If you ask me, questions about who would win, Marvel or DC, I could do that all day. But when it comes to basketball, man, I just can't do it.
All
It's
right.
not my thing. Just because everyone else in my house wants to do something else.
Right.
We're not a sports family.
All right.
Unless it's like the boys playing against each other.
Yeah, that's fair. That's understandable. We got to address the elephant in the room. Nicole, what the fuck is going on this wall behind you?
Okay, so Daisy, do you want to say hello? Hello. Yes, you're on
What a
live.
cute
Get out
dog.
of here. Um, she's a good baby. Okay, so I'm at my mom's house, and as I was telling you guys before, my mom stayed with us this last week because her refrigerator broke, and that's impossible to live out of a cooler, right?
Right.
Right. So, I had her stay with us, and now we're back over at her house, and Dad's doing some honeydews or son-in-law honeydews, which still sounds kind of odd saying it. And oh, don't trip. Be careful. Um, anyway, squirrel. I had a moment. So yeah, this is a real cowhide, and I apologize if any PETA followers are on, and I don't regret it. It's real.
That's awesome.
And it's older than me. It's
Oh,
older
wow.
than me. So yeah, but then like the paintings and stuff back here, my amazing artistic grandmother did. So
She did those?
Wow.
showing pride. Oh man, there's so much artwork in this room right now. It's insane. Yeah, she had her stint of Native American artwork. And now this is probably like 30 plus years old. Now she's kind of transitioned herself into, I don't even know how to explain it. She does some weird shit. She does some really weird shit. Like she'll find she'll find like a baby doll somewhere and she'll pull all the hair out of it and suddenly it'll wind up like on her shelf and she makes magical art around it. Like just things that you would never imagine that are super morbid and creepy. Like she's transitioned into a very dark space now,
Okay.
but yeah.
Nice. I'm just used to seeing your normal background, so when I saw you in like what I can only assume is like an Adobe hut with a TV, I was just very intrigued.
Yeah, I mean essentially that's yeah, it's the house I grew up in, so
Nice. Very cool. So Ed, did you see the ocean is on fire?
What isn't on fire right now?
Yeah. But have you seen that video of them
Yeah,
fighting
and
that fire?
that's scary stuff.
I was
Are you kidding me now?
yeah, it's one of the craziest videos I've ever seen. Like that helicopter going around and seeing and just watching the fire bubbling out of the Gulf of Mexico. What was it? It's a gas pipeline rupture. And it took
That was my understanding.
yeah, took them like 5 hours to get it out. But which I mean is pretty impressive. You know, they've got these little robots that can go down there and fix the pipeline. But it's just like, wow. You know, we had I remember the Exxon Valdez incident
Yes.
with you know all the oil being spilled out and whatnot. We had Enron, no, not Enron. What was the other one?
That was where a lot of money went up.
Yeah, a lot of money went up.
yes.
What was the other pipeline spill that we had? It was was it Exxon? Maybe Exxon.
Maybe.
But
I think it was Exxon.
yeah. Let me see here. Trying to see if I can get the timeline.
Isn't there something in the Bible about the ocean being on fire?
No, but it would not surprise me. There's the Red Sea being parted. Roughly 5:15. Normal operations resumed around 10:45 a.m. So this thing went up in flames. They got it out in like within 5 hours, and then just started working again. It was kind of like, let's go ahead and flip the sign down. Days without an accident back to 0. back to your lives, citizens.
So did they actually determine how they put the fire out other than the robots? I feel like I remember Mom talking about it this morning about how there were people who were like dumping water on water.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 4 little boats out there that were trying to help put the fire out, or just like spraying water at it. And I guess then and I have a feeling that was probably just to like keep it contained. You know.
Yeah.
And then
Looking at it now, it's crazy.
once they were able to actually get it contained and whatnot, they were able to stop doing that. But I mean, if they hadn't been spraying that water on there, would that oil have just like floated out and just continued to be on fire? Yeah. No, they said it was estimated that 10,000 barrels of gasoline were going through the pipeline with 20 kilograms of pressure when it ruptured.
Jeez.
So it's just like, wow. My good Lord, that was loud. Let me share this on this screen. You guys won't be able to see it, but chat will be able to see it. Let me go big on this. Here you go, chat. So I like this little boat right here. It's this top left. If you guys find the video, Ed and Nicole, there's this little boat here that's just like, I'm trying. I'm doing my part. And you got these ones that are actually pushing out water. But I would like to know what that little boat up top there is trying to do, because it's not working. But yeah, I mean, it's just like it's. I've never seen anything like that. And then I think that they showed a. There was something else that happened where like the ocean lit on fire near a beach in like Hawaii or something, or Africa.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not
There's
see
just
that.
this video and these guys are like filming out by the beach and it's just on fire. It's like, we need to start being more careful.
This
That worries me.
this is just insane.
Are you watching it?
Yeah, I'm just like my mind is boggled by all of this, and just it's so confusing.
That's what happens. I mean, shit, the entire state of Arizona's on fire
Insane.
on right now.
Yeah.
So I went up. Actually, let's talk about that real quick. I went up to Prescott. We do something here in Arizona called the boot race.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always during 4th of July. It's 4th of July weekend, and I mean it's a blast. You get like a ton of vendors out in like where the old courthouse used to be, out in Old Town Prescott. Tons of vendors, lots of fun stuff, good food. And then on the side of that, that's on Whiskey Row, is kind of over by the bird cage and the other saloons. They do the race, they do the boot race, and it's little kids, various different ages, adults, various different ages, men, female, that kind of stuff. And literally, like you wear cowboy boots, and you see people like duct taping their cowboy boots to their legs, because there were so many kids. There were so many kids who totally just ate it. They were like running, 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 and then all of a sudden you see a boot fly. Little kids falling down. I mean, I know it sounds terrible, but I'm not a parent, so maybe I find this like disgustingly funny. But maybe as a parent, you might be like, "That's fucked up." But
We might actually find it more funny.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure you probably do. Yeah, just imagine your son. Anyway, so yeah, we were driving up, and it already was overcast because we're heading into monsoon season. Thank God we're actually going to have a good one this year. It's super humid right now. And
You knock on
couldn't
wood, man.
tell.
You
Yeah,
just ruined
you
it.
could not tell the difference between the clouds from the smoke and the clouds from the monsoon. It was so packed, and you'd see like all these helicopters just dumping stuff down. I mean, it's bad over there right now. We were actually really worried that like potentially it was going to get even more so out of hand, and then they were going to close down the I-17, which they do all the time. So we were trying to hustle out of there as quickly as possible. But yeah, I mean, it's decimated. It's bad. You look across the fields and everything, and you're just like, wow, that's so sad. It's so sad. So sad. But I think that one was a lightning strike, I believe. I don't
Yeah.
think it was anything like intentional cigarette butt or anything like that. It was a plain old everyday lightning strike.
So you're right. That
Oy.
first one was. I know that the people are stupid and they're still doing stuff. We took the girls camping a couple weeks ago, and while we were up there, these fires have been going on. It's well known these fires are going on. And there's fire restrictions everywhere. The signs are all like fire danger extreme, right? Like super red. And while we were camping, we saw 3 different campfires going off, like big ones. And it's like, I don't want to die. Could you not? Like, literally one gust of wind comes and this entire forest is ablaze with us, inside of it.
So you're talking like blazing high fire.
Yeah, it was tall. It was very tall. These guys showed up on their first night. They started doing it. I mean, these fires were probably going as tall as the average person. Because the thing is that the Forest Service has been coming around, and they've been chopping down a bunch of trees, and in order to try to spread out a little bit, and they're leaving them in piles everywhere. And you can't take them because it's on reservation land, and they do not want you touching it. But they've been leaving them in big piles so that they can come get them later. Well, people are grabbing them and they're setting them up in these fires. And she's like, "What are you doing? Stop! This is bad." So,
Right.
yeah, updated on July 4th. Let me see here. There's currently, there's fires all over the state right now. I'm looking at a map, and the whole thing, basically Arizona is just a big fire symbol. But we were close enough where we were camping that they had helicopters coming in for the first 3 whole days. These helicopters would come in, they had a water bucket and they were picking up water out of Holly Lake and they were pulling it up and then going and dropping it on the nearby fire. So they were close enough to be able to come get water, go drop it, come back, drop, over and over again. And they were running for like 8-10 hours a day for the first 3 days. So I just heard 2 or 3 helicopters just consistently circle over us. And so the first couple times you see it, you're like, oh, that's really cool. And then after like the 5th or 6th time, you're like, am I living in Vietnam? What is happening here? I'm expecting to hear Fortunate Son start playing over the speakers from these helicopters. And I want it to stop.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you saying when you got back home and you got out of there right on time.
Yeah.
Right on time. Because it got nasty.
Yeah. Luckily, we were there when it was raining. So it's like the first rain that I had seen in 6 months was up there. And it rained almost every day. And so after like the 3rd day, they were able to stop coming with the helicopters and picking up stuff because it had rained enough to where I think it was helping out. But it was just like, holy Christ, man, those first couple of days. And then, when we were driving up there, that's where some of those huge fires had come through. They were coming really close to us down here in the valley. And we drove by just burn area. Everything was burned up. And at one point, we got delayed going up because these guys were running cable along the side of the road. And we're trying to figure out, like, what the hell. It took us half an hour to make it, like, 2 miles. And we found out later it was CenturyLink. Their high-speed cable going out that way had been burned up in the fire. So they were having to lay new cable.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
And we got stuck there.
It was a good thing that you stayed with us this last week.
Yeah.
She is CenturyLink.
And then, so we got up there. Man, there was a lot of shit that happened on this trip. So we go up to Show Low, right? And so you go to Show Low, you take it right on the 260, and you head towards Holly Lake. Well, right at that turn, it was like, it was a little slow, but it wasn't too crazy. But there was a lot of like construction signage and stuff. Well, we found out later that it wasn't a construction sign. They had to come in and like barricade a lot of stuff off because apparently like an F-250 had been driving through Show Low and they were having a bike race through the town. And apparently these guys just plowed like 10 bicyclists before we rolled through. It was just like, what's happening on this trip? First, we're getting stopped here, and then we got bicyclists getting stopped. Like, what else? Nothing else can happen. We're almost there, right? Wrong. So we get through. We're 5 miles from the lake, and all of a sudden, dead stop traffic. And I'm losing my mind now because I'm just like, why can't we just make it? We finally come around the curve where it's been going super slow. We're stopped. You see traffic come this way, and then they let traffic go through. And we're like, it's got to be a big accident. Yeah, sure enough, we come around the curve. There's a truck on its side, and it's a big truck, like an F-250, F-350. It's on its side on the road in our lane. And then off on the other side of the road, the camper that was on the bed of the truck had gotten thrown off the truck when this guy swerved and rolled or whatever. It went north. He went south. And it was just like, wow. It was the craziest, one of the craziest drives I've ever taken. Just with delays and accidents and the different stuff we saw. If it wasn't a truck trying to murder people, it was a truck trying to murder its own driver. And it was very, very interesting. But we eventually finally made it safe and sound, which was nice. But wow, what a drive getting up there.
How was the drive back?
Much easier.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I think we had one delay.
How did you guys camp? Did you do tent camping? Did you go in the RV? What'd you do?
No, we did tent camping because we're poor, and everyone else at the had their trailers and whatnot. We had like a little compound group, so there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's probably 6 like RVs there, and then we had our tent. My brother-in-law and his family had their tent, so I think we were the only like 2 with tents there. But it was like a really big area that we were able to get together and camp together. So it was like 25 people there at that campsite.
Wow.
You know, I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to like send somebody a ping Be like, hey, we're camping here.
Mm-hmm.
Show up. See how many people would actually show up.
Right.
I always wanted to do that. I think I talk about camping, and Chad's like, please don't make me do it. I love it.
Father
I love
Time,
it.
his bones will creak too much if he goes up too high.
Oh,
I know,
shots
poor
fired.
guy. Poor guy.
Just like, okay.
Shots fired. No, I think
You what?
no. I was gonna say I think it's just because of how he is raised. I mean, he grew up in Virginia. Like that's all. That's all they did.
Mm,
So it's not appealing to him at all.
that makes
Anyway,
sense.
continue.
I was gonna say at Holly Lake, the elevation there is 8,200 feet, and I fucking felt it.
Yeah.
I
Did
could
you?
not breathe.
Like in your bones?
No. That was
Really?
fine. I felt fine, but I couldn't breathe. I got up there and I put the tent together, and I was just like, like pulling the tent out, right? And then you start putting it down. I'm like, okay, this
Yeah.
is fine. And I start putting stuff together, and then I had to like step back, and I'm just like, it's like pulling in air, to the point where there was several times the first night where I woke up because I was like, I couldn't breathe. I was breathing through my nose, and I wasn't getting enough oxygen.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, you look at where we are. If we're looking at Phoenix, right? Elevation of Phoenix is 1,086 feet.
That's
So-
like nothing.
Yeah, so you're going up 72. Wait, 80. What was it? 82. Yeah, 7,200 feet in a day. Yeah, you're 3,000 feet higher than Denver. Yeah, there's no oxygen up there. People die. It's the Everest of Arizona.
Everest of Arizona. at least on Everest, they stop at different camps to acclimate.
Right. You get
It just
acclimated.
drives through.
Yeah, you get acclimated as you go, and you have to stay a week at certain base camps on your way up to Everest.
Yeah.
No, here we're just like, haha, let's go. And holy shit, it was tough.
That reminds me, actually, do you remember us talking about Dyatlov Pass like forever ago? And it was those I can't remember what they were, Russian or
They were Russian. My wife has read
Dutch.
books on it.
Yeah,
And we've
those
watched
are two.
documentaries.
Yeah, and they were. Did you hear that they found out, or that they made a final statement and actually closed the investigation on it, saying that it was an avalanche?
Really?
Did they? Okay, cool. I have to talk to my wife about that.
So, what are your thoughts on it?
I don't know it well
See it
enough
as
to
an
be able
avalanche?
to say yay or nay.
There's so many weird things that came about that they discovered in that investigation, based on my understanding of it, which is minimal. But my wife is the one to talk to about that. I mean, she does investigations and stuff, and that is right up her alley.
Dude, we should have her on one day. Talk about some spooky shit.
It's
I'd
crazy
say I'd be
stuff.
so down. I'd be so down.
She's been on the show
Nicole and
before.
her true crime shit and all that weird stuff. I'm just like all about it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hello. I haven't seen her. But yeah, they reportedly said close the case, that it was an avalanche, which is exactly what they said it was at the very beginning. So, bullshit, truth. Bullshit, truth.
Bullshit,
think it's
bullshit.
I think it's
Yeah, that's what I heard
Bullshit.
too.
Yeah. Fucking saving or what is it? It's oh no, it's something Sarah Marshall. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. There we go. Saving Sarah Marshall. I got Saving Private Ryan and Forgetting Sarah Marshall in my head at the same time. So
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot. And so both of you confirm that you have not been watching Loki.
I've read tons of
Yeah,
articles
Loki.
about it. I've read the spoilers because it's going to be a while until I actually watch it. It's pretty good. I'd like to get your take on it, though, Shane.
I love it. I think out of the three major shows they've had so far, right? WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Loki. I think it's probably the best one.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit more fleshed out. and what they want to do. WandaVision was terrific. I'll give WandaVision some credit. I think it really opened up what they're gonna do in the movies later. But I think that Loki is just like it's a little bit more fun with what they're doing. And Falcon and the Winter Soldier was great because, spoiler alert, I'm sure everyone who's wanted to watch it has seen it so far, but Falcon is now the new Captain America. And I thought that was very, very cool the way they did that journey. So Nicole didn't know that. I can tell just right now. But yeah, so that it basically has delivered on the promise that Endgame set up with Captain America giving the shield to Bucky. Not to Bucky, sorry, to Sam Wilson, the Falcon. And, it was able to give him kind of that hero's journey to be able to be worthwhile of taking the shield, or at least being worthwhile to himself, because Captain America always believed in Sam. Now it's time for Sam to believe in Sam to be able to pick up that shield. So
okay.
I thought that was really cool. Now, I think that based off of what I've seen with WandaVision and Loki so far, and knowing that the next Doctor Strange movie that's coming out is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, these two shows at least, and Doctor Strange, I think are going to be very, very pivotal to each other because of how they all work with time and with the multiverse. And if phases 1 through 3 or 1 through 4, if those were all based around the Infinity Stone, I feel like this next phase is all multiverse and time.
Cool.
So I don't want to give away. There's a huge part in episode 1 of Loki that you guys need to see so that I can explain why it's such a big deal. But it basically is it's pretty crazy what happens, and I don't know if that's a red herring that they're trying to trick the viewer. But there's a stuff with the Infinity Stones that really kind of changes around. So the way I'm seeing is that it looks very cool that Marvel is going to try to get away from the Infinity Stone. Instead of having the Infinity Stone be the MacGuffin of every single phase and every single movie like it was previously, they're going to try something different. I think the multiverse is that. So I think it opens up a lot of possibilities. And this last episode of Loki showed some possibilities that could be coming around. So I highly recommend watching them because it's a really good show.
And it's going to explain a lot, I'm sure.
It does. And
later down the line.
And that's a big thing too, is if you're going to be a Marvel fan now, and I don't know how I feel about this one though. If you're going to be a Marvel fan moving forward for the movies, you have to watch the shows. It didn't used to be that way because you had Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and you had Agent Carter, and there was a couple other shows I think that are out there that aren't completely canon that you didn't need to see.
Right.
But now these shows are canon, right? Falcon and the Winter Soldier even does a title card switch at the end of the show where it changes Falcon to Captain America and the Winter Soldier, which I thought was very cool.
Nice.
Yeah. But that is canon. Falcon is now Captain America, so that has a big change. WandaVision has a big change by turning her officially into the Scarlet Witch. Before, she just had magic. Now she has opened up more of her powers for herself to become the Scarlet Witch, and that shows that there are some changes that can be made with her and Doctor Strange.
Some character development. Yeah.
Right. Loki, this is going to bring Loki back, which the movie set up for itself anyways, but it's, understanding what Loki is going to be like in the future movies, you really need to see the show to understand why he has some of the character beats that he does.
Interesting.
I really need to. I've been so behind on all of this stuff. Once Mandalorian dropped off and that was all done, I just kind of forgot about Disney Plus, and I feel bad to even say it, but I really need to get on. Really need to get on, especially for WandaVision. I don't know why I haven't even started that yet. I have no idea.
It's good.
I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm now looking through everything, and I'm like, is this something coming out too with Scarlett Johansson?
Black Widow.
Widow. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. That's
When does
gonna
that
be
come out?
that's like July 7th. That's in like 3 days.
What?
Is it? I wonder if it's actually going to be in theaters or is it going to be
It's
one of
both.
those exclusive?
No, it's
Is
in the
it? Okay.
theaters
Oh
and
yeah.
and you can do it on Disney Plus for like $30, which I'm not gonna do. I'd rather go see it in the theater. But
I would too.
I don't know how much Black Widow is gonna have any effect because it's technically taking place between Civil War and Infinity War. I think is how it plays out. So it's like right in between some of those. It might be between Infinity War and Endgame, but I doubt that. I don't think it is. So it's a back in time thing. It's not going to be. I don't think it's bringing her back at all or anything like that. I think it's just like something that they've been wanting to do for a long time. They wanted to get the Black Widow movie out, and they finally decided, okay, now's the time to do it.
Gotcha.
Tony Stark is in this one, isn't he?
He could be.
So.
He'd still be alive in this one.
Yeah, I think he is.
So,
Yeah, he is.
nice. Yeah, I think that's a neat way of bringing him back for another one. And now we've got Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. We're going to have the Eternals coming out.
Mm-hmm.
The slate for Marvel, if you've seen the upcoming Marvel slate, is crazy. The amount of stuff that they're going to have. Yeah. You got Doctor Strange. You've got Ant-Man. You've got... And that's going to be another one, Ant-Man and Quantumania. They just have a ton. It's wild. Miss
Thor's
Marvel.
coming out too, right?
Thor. Yeah. Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
That one's going to...
Thor's in 2022, I think.
Right. And what to see if they're going to... If Chris Hemsworth is going to continue to be Thor, or if they're just going to go ahead and give the reins to Natalie Portman because she's going to be Lady Thor. And so do they let Chris run out of his contract like Chris Captain America, he's not in anymore. Chris Pine? No, that's Star Trek.
That's a different guy.
What the hell?
Wonder Woman. So.
What the hell's his name? Chris it's not Chris Hemsworth. Oh no.
Chris Evans.
Evans, that's it. Yeah.
I don't know.
So
Evans.
I think they're getting ready to bring in the new crew. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like how
Yeah.
the Hamilton Broadway show had Lin-Manuel Miranda and all that crew. Well, now their time's over. So now it's time to bring in the new guys, right? And do the new story. Probably the only one who's going to stick around will be Spider-Man. Because he was young enough.
I was just gonna say, but I think something's in the work for Spider-Man too.
Yeah,
There's
that's at the
more
end of the year.
coming out for Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I
Far
think
From Home.
Yeah, and and something in 2023 is planned out too.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm really disappointed with is I wish we were seeing more about Wonder Woman
That's DC.
because she fascinates me. I know. I'm sitting here, I'm reading through everything, and I'm sad to see that it's over. W84 was the last of it, and there's nothing coming up. There's nothing else coming up. What the fuck, man? That's so messed up.
That's interesting.
Sorry, I'm a huge Wonder Woman fan. I love her. I love Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. I mean
Gal
the
Gadot.
DC slate is. Let me see this real quick. Hold on. We got the Suicide Squad coming up. August, right? And then the Batman next year. Black Adam with The Rock. I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, supposedly
Hey,
the
he has a
Flash
new
movie.
energy drink coming out.
Oh, does he? Nice. Wonder Woman 3 to be determined. I don't think they're gonna step away from that one. I don't think they're gonna let that one go. That's a
They
cash
can't.
cow from
They'd
them.
be stupid to let that go.
Yeah, I agree. So
They'd be stupid to let that go. Wasn't something coming out about? Because I know what's something with to try to bring Penguin back in. No?
I think that's the Batman.
Did I just
The Batman.
make that up?
No. I
Or
think
was I dreaming?
that one's supposed to come back in. I think Penguin is supposed to be back in the Batman with Robert Pattinson.
Yep.
Which
Yeah.
I mean, from the
Okay.
short trailer that I saw on that one, it looks really really good.
Mm.
So I'm looking forward to that. So, all right.
Was it? I haven't even looked it up.
Well, that's about it.
Are we done?
Yeah, we've been doing this for coming up on an hour now, live, and it's time to get back to that 4th of July. Okay, I've had one beer while we're here. It's time for me to throw on my tank top, throw on my board shorts, and go get fucking drunk in celebration of Daddy America and its birthday. What, 1776? How many years is that now?
Daisy Duke.
Yeah, you fucking wish.
I want to see them cheeks.
I bet. We're gonna do a little clap. No. So anyways, all right. Ed, you got anything you want to say to the viewers or listeners before we go?
Nothing but stay safe and have fun.
Thank you. Appreciate that. You as well. Nicole, you got anything you want to add?
Shelley Duvall.
Oh my God, no.
No, that was it.
She looks like Woody running down that hallway, man, from Toy Story. Just like, oh,
She looks like Woody.
what's happening? Stop trying to attack me. Fucking Shelley Duvall ruined that movie. All right. So that being said, that's it for us. You can follow the show on Spotify. You can follow it on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, all your major social medias. We're also on TikTok, and I'm making some pretty funny TikToks, I think, anyway. So if you got TikTok, feel free to follow Mancave Broadcast there. Trying to do what Ed has said and diversify the content so that we can have some more discoverability here and hopefully reach a broader audience. But definitely make sure to follow us on Spotify as well. So that is it for us today. Thank you so much. Happy 4th of July. Catch you next time.